The average Christian man is a coward. Unfortunately, it's rare to be a Christian like me who has the courage to make videos and preach the gospel, to put myself on camera, to put myself out here and not hide in the shadows. Unfortunately, that makes me rare as a Christian man, that I have the courage, the lack of fear, where I'm a Christian and I'm not just going to hide in the shadows and write comments about an anonymous sock puppet account on Christian ministries, like amen, and it sounds like virtues, that people are trying to like play the game. I'm a passionate for the Lord, okay? Amen, all says, faith alone, all says. If I go look at Christian ministries, there's a lot of people leave comments. Amen, faith alone, all says. Once saved, always saved. 1 Corinthians 53 to 4. And it's like virtues. It looks like they're trying to make themselves look like they're on fire for the Lord and passionate and like sold out to the Lord, okay? But they're not, because if they were really passionate about the gospel, they use the YouTube channel, start uploading videos, get on camera, preach the gospel. They make live streams of videos. So, unfortunately, it makes me rare to be a Christian that's not a coward. But what does it show when people are hiding? Christians that want to have both ways. Christians that want to have a YouTube channel and talk about doctrine and the gospel and make comments or use AI or other people's videos, clip them. It shows fear. It shows cowardice. Or people like Jack Smack, who won't show himself in his videos, that shows fear. He's a coward. So, unfortunately, it makes me weird to have the courage, but I'm a Christian, and I'm going to be out here on YouTube, Mike SAHA, which is my real name, okay, and get on camera and preach the gospel. I'm going to talk about the gospel. I'm going to share my opinions and what I believe in videos. I'll make videos, put myself on camera. Here's what I think, here's what I don't think. That takes courage. That takes a lack of fear for cowardice. Because when I make videos, Mike saw it's a sin to be gay. Or Mike saw I'm for Israel. There's the same face and name I bring to the supermarket and the Muslim, like the furniture store, that's frequented by Muslims, see. For me, it actually costs something and risks something to be pro-Israel. I made videos. I made a video. I'm pro-Israel. And I go to this furniture store in the city and shop there. Might be a Muslim in there who's like, really hates Israel and saw my video from Oxelösund, same city, like that's a Christian, he's pro-Israel. See? So that shows a certain courage. I make videos, it's a sin to be gay. The Swedish church is heretical. It's a sin to be gay. And there might be somebody who recognizes me when I'm in public and saw my videos, who's gay or anti-Israel or pro-Swedish church. And apparently I don't live in fear, see? So, there's a problem now with Christian cowards. But unfortunately it makes me rare to be a Christian who's not going to be in the shadows. Normally light a candle, hide under a bushel. But I'm a person that has the gospel, the real Bible. And I'll be out here quoting the Bible, sharing the gospel, and speaking the truth. It's a sin to be gay, I'm pro-Israel. And not be hiding behind anonymity as a coward. So there's a problem now with Christian men being cowards. Unfortunately, most Christian men are cowardly. And that shows fear. It really, you can analyze it and go forward and deal with it. But here's the thing. If a person is a Christian and they hide anonymity, that shows that they're not passionate. They're not passionate. They're not really sold out to the Lord, if they try to make it look like that with the comments from anonymous sock puppet account. It indicates they are fearful. They're afraid of consequences. They fear of negative consequences. They're not willing to risk things for the Lord, say. They will write an anonymous comment on a Christian ministry where the pastor talks about Christians should be pro-Israel. Like, amen. God bless the Jews, something like this. But if they would make a video, they change the enormous sock puppet account, take a picture of the face, John Q. Public, whatever the name is, and they make a video. I'm a Christian, I'm pro-Israel. Okay. There's some real risks there. And they're not willing to risk anything to be pro-Israel, to share the gospel, to speak out against that cancerous sin patterns in society, like pro-homo agenda and things like this. They're not going to risk anything, which shows that they're not really sold out, say, to the truth, for the truth. Because it becomes like virtue signaling. And I see it all the time, where it's like, I look at this Christian ministry, that Christian ministry comment section, like Rafi and Gordon, whatever it is. And it's like this, and I don't watch this. I'm a leader, not a follower. I don't follow any man. I follow God. So it's like oppositional research, meaning I was looking at Andy Wood's channel recently, and they had Dennis Roxer there, and that got me triggered into, like, it reminds me of, like, he's talking about Romans 7 and 8. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who don't understand Romans chapter 8, and I'll make another video. There is condemnation for Christians to walk after the flesh. So I don't only look at videos that make me feel good and I'm in total agreement with them. As a matter of fact, I spend more time watching videos from people like these are bad people. And they piss me off all the time and get me irked and triggered. And that leads to productivity. Where it's like, okay, there's something that I heard and I feel like I want to talk about it, I make a video. Okay. So, virtue signal. If I look at people's YouTube channels like Rafi and Gordon, and I didn't recently, it's been a while since watching his videos that I saw him give his sinners prayer for salvation. Lead people in a prayer to get saved, which is false gospel. But I still keep an eye on his channel. And if I check his comment section or other Christians, ministries, pastors' comment section, it's like sort of like regular. It's like every after go, amen, faith alone, all says. Once saved, always saved. Bless the Lord, or thank God, amen, and things like this. And you can tell it's like this signal, it's like virtue signaling. It's like, I'm a Christian, I'm really on fire, I'm really for doctrine, I'm really championing the gospel, I'm for the gospel. I'm real passionate about this. See, I'm real passionate about faith on salvation and the King James Bible, whatever the thing will be. But if you look, it's like, if they really were, if this was just virtue, look at me being a good Christian in the comment section about it, and as some kind of feed the ego, something like this. If they really were like sold out and passionate, they weren't to risk it, because they make a YouTube channel. They use the same anonymous channel to not just leave comments saying faith on all says. They make a video, faith on all says. You're saved by faith, once saved, always saved. See? And now they would risk things. They might have people come to the channel attacking them. They might get mocked and ridiculed, which would give them negative feelings, possibly. They might get recognized in real life by people that is like anti-faith on all says. I saw your video, you're wrong, you're a scumbag, okay, you work for Satan or something like this. They might have some negative responses to it. So they want to have both ways. They want to be like, I feel like I'm a good Christian, championing the gospel, I'm not really doing it. Here's another thing. You have more influence with your opinion if you're on camera speaking it, rather than if you're an anonymous account saying something. I don't care how ugly you are, out of shape, non-charismatic. It doesn't matter. If you're like the personality of a brick and the looks of I don't know what, like a worm or something like this, you still have more influence and sway and impact with your words, getting on camera talk about salvation by faith alone, than being an anonymous account saying salvation by faith alone somewhere. You have more influence being a human being that people see your face as you're speaking your opinion, than if you're just an anonymous sock puppet account. It's like a computer robot. It's what registers. It's like just words. It's like amen, faith on all says, something like this. There's a reason why most life coaches like Tony Robbins or Rob Dial or people like this, Gary Vaynerchuk, whatever his name is, these type of people. The most successful life coaches are people that use their own name as a brand, see, and not come up with some non-deployment or stuff like this. But it's like they use the real legal name and they show their face and they're who they are on camera, because people take it more seriously, and you have more influence if you're signaling non-trustworthiness if you have anonymity. If you're anonymous, you register as a less trustworthy person, less credible. Anonymity makes you register as less credible, okay? Versus, do you understand? It's like if I'm here, I'm a Christian, or I share my testimony or something. It's like, well, this is a guy, if he makes a video, says it's a sin to be gay, he really must be believing that, because he's risking things by saying that in a video with his real world identity. People not liking him, getting harassed possibly. So the problem with anonymous coward Christians is they're afraid that, okay, that's it. And they're not going to risk anything. They're afraid of being ridiculed and mocked, which is flesh, carnal. They're afraid of being persecuted, getting even low level persecution, like people saying bad things about them in the comment section like this. They're afraid of being mocked and ridiculed if they share their opinions as who they are, not hiding. They're afraid of being mocked and ridiculed. They're afraid of being recognized in real life. So a Christian is hiding anonymity, saying their opinion, sharing their opinion, attacking certain ideas, and promoting others by anonymity. They're afraid that if they were standing up for them with the real world identity, there might be some consequences. Like they might get recognized if they make a video on pro-Israel. There might be somebody who recognizes them who's anti-Israel and will be mad at them, okay? There might be somebody at work, if the guy at work is gay, so they'd be anonymous saying it's a sin to be gay, and my pastor in the YouTube channel, anonymously. But if they would do what I do, well, I'm a Christian, it's a sin to be gay. There might be a person, if I go to the supermarket, who is gay, and has searched like Oxelösund live and seen one of my videos, and be like, oh, this is the guy Mike, okay, he says it's a sin to be gay, I'm gay or something like this, or my uncle is gay, or my best friend is, or something like this, and it's like they don't like you now. See? So they're afraid of consequences, and they're not willing to even risk like a low price for what they're saying. So there's a problem now with Christian cowards. Unfortunately, the average Christian is a coward. So I got said what I wanted to say, and I'm gonna finish up.